This is a video of me having a discussion with Damian about a week before I went out on the street homeless to shoot Displaced, the homeless documentary. Just to give you a little bit of context, I met Damian that day. He was completely suicidal, completely at his wit's end. We have a little discussion to find out what it's about and to find the real struggle that these people face daily on the street. Let's take a look. Together, mate. You're the only person on the street that brought a tear to my eye, mate. When you told me your daughter's story, cried, bro.
I hate it. I hate it.
So what happened with them? They keep making promises and they just not.
They just promise me shit and it never comes through. It never happens. Yeah, you're right. I get revved up for it and then nothing happens. 6 months I've been waiting for these promises and I haven't received not one thing. You know?
And that, I'm assuming that would impact you because you made promises which you get excited about and then they just fall, right?
Mm-hmm. What's your problem?
So
I'm getting over these people, mate.
he probably just thought we were giving you a hard time, so maybe he's just checking out for you, mate.
No, he's telling me to put my cigarette in the ashtray.
Oh, really?
No, it's not even, lit.
Everybody's button on the ground, mate. It's the least of your problems now.
This feels like everyone just treats me like for no reason.
So this support service is different to the other one, isn't it? The one that you had an issue with as well, yeah?
Yeah, Nehemiah, the other one.
Yep.
There's too many. I had a housing commission once, and I lost that as well. That was ages ago, though. It's like over 6 years ago.
Is that because the rules don't sort of consider the addictions or the erratic lifestyle of the homeless?
I made a few mistakes by letting people move in and not telling the housing commission.
Okay. So you were trying to do the right thing by other people?
Yeah, and
that because it broke the rules, you ended back on the street?
So now, I have to not think about other people and be rude to other people, and in the process, lose a bit of myself. Because I don't like saying no to people, but I am lately because I'm not worried about anyone else at the moment. I'm only worried about me.
Yeah.
I'm sick of feeling used and.
Well, one of my favourite books says, "Love thy neighbour as thyself." You literally got to love yourself first before you love others. And at the moment, I think your biggest goal is your daughter, Chloe, right? So ultimately, once your cup is full, once you've got enough, you'll be able to give to others. But at the moment, you really do need to give to yourself because it's for your daughter. It's for Chloe, right? And mate, I love what you mentioned to me last time. You said, I want to take my love, but I'm not going to do that for Chloe. I can't do that to her. That's what you said.
I can't let her go for that fucking agony. I know what it's like to lose
someone. Yeah.
And I know what it's like to lose someone that you care about. Like I said, I lost my first girlfriend at 14 and a half, so.
Yeah, wow.
And that was, that's 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And I still think of that day.
Yeah. Well, you promised me you're not going to do that for Chloe, right? You're not going to do that to her.
No, I won't do that.
And we're going to see what we can do. Look, I don't know what the solution is. I'm trying to find out. So as you know, I'm going to be going on the streets for the 7 days. What's your advice? What's your suggestions? What are your... And I'm literally going to go with zero, nothing. No ID, no money, no resources, no phone, nothing.
It depends on who you are. If you're a people person, it's better to be around groups of people.
Okay.
If you like to be on your own, it's better to be on your own because if you're not a people person and you don't like being around people, you'll get frustrated, you'll feel crowded, and you'll end up feeling even more lonely than when you're on your own.
Yeah.
You know, and that's me. I'm not a people person at the moment.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I tend to always be the odd person out. So if you're like me, don't be around groups. If you like to be around people, then definitely be around people. You have to go with the way you feel most comfortable.
Yeah.
Then on the streets, I find being on my own is better. On the fact is that there's no conflict with other people, there's no arguments, and you're only looking out for yourself, you know.
Yeah.
And then if you do manage to get a bit of money, you don't have to share it, sort of thing. You can go out and buy whatever food, and you never run out, you're never short.
Yep.
And you always find somewhere good to sleep by yourself.
Yep.
You know, and there's plenty of shelters, like places where you can sleep under shelter when it's only one person.
Is it safe? Is there a lot of crime between?
There's a lot of theft between street people.
Homeless,
you know, they'll steal your blankets, your beds, your clothing. You know, and if you do happen to have a phone, well, it's probably better not to have one on the street. I do, but I never show it.
Yeah.
You know, I put it in my bag.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, I've got a few gadgets that most people won't think a street will have, but you know, I'm human. People don't think that you can. Like, people don't think that people can get cheap stuff. You know, I picked up a phone for nothing. You know, it was freaking just salvos, and I picked it up. You know, I was going to pay for it, but they said, "Oh, you can have it."
That's nice. Yeah. There is good people. Yeah, but there's still some good people, mate. So surviving on the street. What are some of your suggestions? What do I need? Obviously, warm clothes.
Yeah,
would I be able to find a feed? What's the first thing that I do? Do I collect money?
You don't need money really to survive on the streets, because most things are given free. Food, you won't starve. And there are people that walk around and give out food to the people who sit on the streets. You know, they'll give you, sometimes it's spaghetti bolognese, sometimes it's fried rice, you know, sometimes it's sandwiches. Hygienic stuff, like hygiene stuff, is usually given out. Blankets are usually given out as well.
On the street?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fridays and the weekends are probably the better nights to get all that type of stuff.
Okay.
There's a van that pulls over at St. Vincent's Victoria Market.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Friday night, there's a van that pulls up there with clothes, blankets, and there's a food van also that pulls up there. There's the laundry bus and the shower bus that all pulls up in the same spot. So everything's there on the Friday.
Excellent, okay.
And there's shower buses everywhere, every day. But you just got to travel to get to them all.
To wherever they are, yeah.
There's churches that will give you breakfast, then lunch, dinner, most days.
Yep. So I really need to be raising money for shelter, for accommodation, if I want to sleep.
Mainly it's for shelter and other knickknacks like your orange. You get fed at certain times, but there's no in between. So if you want a snack and you get hungry in between, right, you need that money. Right? If you want to just treat yourself and go out or movie or something, you're going to need money, and you do need to have that entertainment. Otherwise you do go insane, and boredom is the biggest killer of people on the streets.
Of course.
And like, that's another reason why I'm flat today too, because I've got nothing to do, you know, no money, nothing to do. That's why I go to the library, but today the library has not done what it usually does, so it hasn't entertained me at all. I was sitting there on the computer for 10 minutes and this is like, I'm not in the mood for it today.
Yeah. Thank you for that advice. When you see me on the street, I'm a homeless guy, right? So, and maybe, who knows, when I do see you, we can go around together, and maybe you can show me where to get some food and to share. And, you know, I really wish you all the very best, Damian. I've got another question about Chloe. Is there a way for you to speak with her? Do you speak with her often?
Yeah, I'll ring her up on the phone.
Yeah? You speak with her, yeah?
Yeah.
Does she like you when Dad calls up and has a chat?
Yeah, sometimes she gets a little upset, but no, she's alright usually. She usually just chats on about her day and doesn't really want to get off the phone. Yeah. And then if I don't say anything, she's like, Daddy, come on, you can talk now. Come on, Dad, talk. Yeah. I've usually got nothing to say to her.
Is she in Victoria? Is she in Melbourne?
She lives in Werribee.
Okay, great. Has she seen your artwork?
No.
You haven't drawn anything for her?
Not this stuff, no.
So, you said you haven't got much to do today. Can I recommend something? Draw something that she might like, a special piece of artwork for her.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I haven't got the motivation for it today.
Not today.
Just
But if you start thinking about it today, but it's for Chloe, mate. I know Chloe brings a smile to your face.
Yeah, I know, really.
It brings tears, but it also brings a smile. I've seen that.
and just today's nothing, just flat.
Yep.
And then seeing those two people there just freaking just topped it off.
Yep.
That's just made my day worse.
So those two people, I didn't want to go into it in case you didn't want to, but what's the story with them?
They're just people that work for lunch, and they're the ones that have promised me all this shit, and nothing's happened yet. And I don't know if they're just telling me what I want to hear, or you know, that they get enjoyment out of watching me suffer.
Because that's what it must feel like, because they're promising you X, Y, and Z. So what do they promise you? They promise you accommodation, haven't they?
That big girl,
yeah.
She's really rude as well. Like, she tries and I'm 40 years old, she tries to act like a mother, and I'm like, excuse me, I'm not a child, you know, you don't tell me that, and then don't tell me to do this and that, and she's a bit too much to handle.
Yeah. She was actually quite rude to us as well. I mean, I get along with most people, but I was surprised. Yeah, she was on the attack. I couldn't understand why, but that's okay. Maybe she's having a rough day. But what's the issue with them? So they've promised you accommodation, but yet the promises don't come through, and they don't understand the impact that it has on you, because you get excited because you want to see your daughter, right? You want stability, but then that falls through over and over and over again. Why is that, do you think? Why is that happening?
I don't know.
And has that been going around for a while?
6 months.
Since 6 months?
I don't know, they're not very nice people. They really, really just piss me off, and yeah.
If you or anyone that you know requires support, you can call Lifeline on 13 11 14 or get in contact with your local support network. And of course, you can leave your comments, questions, and thoughts on this in the comments below. Thank you for watching.